But Richard Gage is a liar, you know. I mean, you know, I've got proof of that on my website. He lies. I think whether he knows and worries about the fact that he's lying, I'm not sure, because he's doing a job. You know, and you look into the Architects and Engineers group, and they've had over $1 million through that organisation in the last few years, probably 2 or 3 times that much. And, you know, you can get their you get their accounts from the US tax office if you really want to. Look how much money has gone through that organisation, and it's millions of dollars. You know, and I've got an audio of him saying if Judy Wood is going to ignore all that evidence, she's not practicing science, she's practicing witchcraft. You know, and he actually says that in an interview that he was done. So, you know, he thinks the Way That the Tales Go book is a book of witchcraft according to him. It's just patently ridiculous. Yeah, it is, yeah. So when you've got somebody saying ridiculous things like that, but yet they're still able to go on 30-day tours of Europe and Canada and things.
This is one thing, they've got a lot of followers, haven't they?
Yes, they have. And it's perception management again. You know, that's not accidental. And you know, there was kind of a little bit of a turning point in 2011 when a guy that had actually helped Richard Gage organise talks and David Ray Griffith, he read my book 9/11 Finding the Truth, and he actually understood it. And he basically jettisoned all the other people that he'd been supporting at that point, and he realised that he'd been duped. And he was one of the few people that was actually had the strength of character to actually say, yeah, I was wrong. You know, I've been duped. You know, I'm not very happy about that. But now, you know, where did the towers go? That's what happened to the World Trade Center. It wasn't controlled demolition, so everyone should read this book. And every year he's been going out on his local town and giving out DVDs on the anniversary, and he's got a banner that he's made. He actually very kindly sent one to me, like an 8-foot banner of where did the towers go on it. And it must cost him a packet to send it to me because he was from the US. So I mean, that's great when people are doing that off their own initiative, and that, you know, because we don't want to have a big group. You know, we don't want to say, you know, I don't know, lecturers and teachers for 9/11 Truth. You know, where did the towers go? I don't really want to do that. You know, I don't want to have a committee and a group that takes in money, you know, and does public demonstrations. I don't really want that because it gets infiltrated. It gets people try and come in and take over. I mean, even in this Facebook group, as I say, you have people come in trying to hassle us. You know, I've got a few examples of this now, and promote false explanations. So that's just a Facebook group, for heaven's sake, you know. So you know. So Architects and Engineers won't talk about it. If you look at their logo, it's got a plane in it. And I will also, and I'm putting this in because I'm actually just about finishing off a second volume of 9/11 Finding the Truth. And one of the little things I've put in that is that you can compare the Freemasons logo with the compasses pointing downwards and the A9/11 logo. You do a comparison of that. Very similar. Okay. With lots of bits that cross over in those two symbols. So.
Oh, that's amazing.
No, I was talking about phones and stuff. I remember seeing a video where I was talking to a partner or something like that, and they recorded the conversation somehow. I don't know how it happened, but anyway, as she was like screaming and saying, I love you, all this kind of thing, and then but just before she cut off, said, it's a trick or it's a fake, but it's in the background.
I think there are those phone calls that we've heard must have been recorded somewhere by somebody. Yeah, they must have, because they're not just robot voices for all we know. They sound like real human voices. So who made those phone calls? You know, where were they recorded? Who recorded them? You know, that's one of the problems that people have. In that, okay, Andrew, you're saying to me that these plane crashes are fake and the phone calls are fake. So why haven't the people who faked them come out and said, yeah, you know, I've paid, you know, $100 to do a voice acting or something? I don't have the answer to that question. You know, maybe those people are dead. You know. Maybe they took the planes, they landed them at a hangar, they took the people out, put guns to their heads and say this into this phone, and then shot them.
Tuesday, 9:47 a.m.
Hi, baby. Baby, you have to listen to me carefully. I'm on a plane that's been hijacked. I'm on the plane. I'm calling from the plane. want to tell you I love you. Please tell my children that.
We too can notice the absence of the typical background noise heard inside a plane.
I don't know what to say. There's 3 guys. They've hijacked the plane. I'm trying to be calm.
After saying goodbye, she seems to fumble with the headset while she whispers a few more words into the mouthpiece.
I hope to be able to see your face again, baby. I love you. Bye.
End of message.